So is Portland a good place to retire? Well, if you're thinking of relocating to Portland and wondering if this could be a good place for you, then you're definitely in the right place today. Now, I'm going to be going through a complete picture of what retiring in Portland really is like. We'll look at the lifestyle, cost of living, housing options. We'll also include some 55 plus housing options. We'll talk about healthcare, but of course I'll also talk about the downsides of retiring in Portland. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in. This video is packed with everything you need to know before making a decision about retiring in Portland. So hello, I'm David Backholer. I'm a real estate broker based here in the Portland metro area, and my goal is to help you with your move here. And if you are thinking of moving here, then feel free to give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, and I'll be more than happy to help you find your perfect home here in the Portland metro area. Okay, so let's take on our first topic of today's video and discuss if Portland's a good place to retire, and that's probably the cost of living and taxes. And I think this probably makes the perfect place to start because the numbers need to work for you before you move here. Now, taxes is perhaps one of the biggest factor when planning for retirement, and Portland's cost of living is definitely above the national average. House prices, whoops, there's a truck behind me. All right, let's continue. House prices have been on the rise for years, and while they're lower in cities like Seattle or San Francisco, they're still much higher than in other retirement destinations. Now, the average price of a home is between $500,000 and $700,000. That's going to get you a standard single family home in Portland. Condos and townhomes, they might run between $350,000 and $600,000 depending on location and amenities, but you can of course easily double these numbers if you're looking for a large home in one of the top neighborhoods. Now here's the thing that makes Oregon appealing. We have no state sales tax, and that can certainly make day-to-day expenses like groceries and shopping a bit more affordable. But then on the flip side, Oregon does tax retirement income, including Social Security and pensions. So while you'll definitely save a bit at the store, you'll want to plan carefully for retirement taxes. And property taxes in Portland are moderate compared to some states, but they definitely vary by county. Now, it's always something I recommend clients consider when budgeting. Okay, so now let's change topic and talk about 55 plus communities. Okay, so let's talk about 55 plus communities, and I've also got the map up so I can show you where a couple of these places are in Portland. The good news is there's several in the area. Now, a 55 plus community, or an active adult community as they may also be known, these are where you'll find lots of facilities and amenities catered to people who are age 55 and older. Some rules will apply in terms of who can live there. Different communities may have different rules. Most of them will have rules where at least one of the permanent residents has to be over 55. So someone could be under 55 and still live there. However, many of them would not allow anybody under the age of 18 to be a permanent resident of the property. So there's definitely some rules there to keep in mind. So it's great for people who perhaps want a little quieter place to be. A lot of these houses are all going to be single story homes, so again catered more to that 55 plus community. And then there'll be, some of them have some fantastic activities and amenities. Maybe there's a bridge club or social events, or they do day tours, but really it's catered to that person who's a little bit older than the average person, so 55 plus and beyond. Now, there's several really great 55 plus communities in the Portland metro area, but I'll touch on just three that I think are the ones that really are perhaps the most well-known ones in the area. First one is down here, and you can see I've got it outlined in this red dotted outline. So southwest of Portland is called King City. Okay, something that's in that all of these communities have in common is that they always surround a golf course. So there is a golf course in the middle of King City, and I've been around this area, so I'll put some video footage now so you can see the surrounding area. But it's kind of in a really good place, kind of in this Bull Mountain, South Cooper Mountains, so Tigard, Beaverton area, but King City is its own independent location. So something you'll see about this area is lots of single-story homes throughout. There are lots of homes on and around the golf course. But yeah, I just put the video up now so you can kind of see, the types of homes you'll see available. So this is not like a facility, a care home. This is still very much independent living. You still own your property, you buy the property in exactly the same way, you maintain the property, but there's just facilities in and around the area, and then rules, kind of like HOA rules about who can actually live here. So this is King City. And then right across from King City, you have Summerfield. So this is King City here. Across the 99 over here is Summerfield. You see Summerfield Golf Course, and that's actually put our satellite view down. This you can see now, all these houses, and then these ones on the outskirts as well. This is all the Summerfield 55 plus community. And you'll see they have a community center, pool, tennis courts, again, for residents of this neighborhood. And there are also, tennis courts and golf courses in the King City area as well. So two neighborhoods, different independent neighborhoods, very similar location. The prices there are kind of similar, maybe under around $500,000. There's one more area in Bethany, the Claremont neighborhood in Bethany, right here. And this is a far more premium neighborhood. Homes are definitely more expensive, but this is the Bethany neighborhood. So you've got kind of a shopping area right here, but then the Claremont neighborhood in Bethany, and let me just scroll, sorry, so you can see exactly where we're located. Downtown Portland's over here, so we're west of Portland. Bethany homes will have a Portland address, but technically it's an unincorporated community, so it's not really a part of Portland itself. But Bethany's here. It's a really nice, attractive area. Some homes up in North Bethany, kind of East Bethany, have some fantastic views of the hills. But the Claremont neighborhood is right down here, and let me just bring up the satellite view again, because you can kind of see it's a little different. It stands out. So all these homes here, this is all the Claremont neighborhood. Again, these will all be single family homes, single story homes. I think there are a few homes in this neighborhood on the northern edge along here somewhere, I believe. Yeah, right up here. But otherwise, it's all kind of single story homes. And this is a more expensive area than those first two areas I touched on. Okay, so definitely a premium area. You've got some fantastic options kind of in the Bethany town center area right here, the village center. And then let's see, the clubhouse is right here on the southern edge of it. So you've got, again, the golf course, main part of the golf course is pool. I think this is a bowls court. They kind of got some nice fountains and some practice greens and things. But a lot of you can see the Civic Association right here. So a lot of the community comes together in and around this clubhouse. And it's a really pretty area. Again, I'll put some video footage up so you can see exactly what the area is like. But very, very attractive area. And I'll also put a little guy down so you can see kind of some of the houses. Again, attractive. Homes here are larger. Some may back onto the golf course. I have some beautiful views. But again, homes here are not cheap. They're going to be starting at $700,000, $800,000. So it's a more expensive area, but a really, really attractive area. And those same rules apply about who can live in this community. And then it's a big community area with these events that take place from gatherings and social events, all for this neighborhood. So big on community focus. Okay, let's get back into the main part of the video. Okay, so now let's turn our attention to healthcare and Portland is home to some of the very best healthcare facilities in the Pacific Northwest. The Oregon Health and Science University, or OHSU as it's more commonly known, is a nationally recognized teaching hospital, and they have several large facilities in the area. But the largest campuses are here on the South Waterfront, and from the South Waterfront I can also take you up the hill to the Marquin Hill campus. Now, in addition to OHSU, you also have the Providence Portland Medical Center. That's a very large facility in Northeast Portland. So overall, Portland has some fantastic healthcare options. Okay, so changing topics a little, what is the lifestyle like here? Well, you can probably get a little bit of a glimpse of it behind me, just how green and beautiful, spectacular some of the neighborhoods are. But Portland is known for its vibrant and artsy scene. And overall, there's no shortage of things to do, from enjoying a sunny afternoon at the Portland Japanese Garden, taking in a concert, a comedy show. You've got the Oregon Symphony, you've got plenty of art museums. There's also some thriving farmers markets, crafts fairs, plenty of street festivals throughout the summer months. And there's plenty of opportunities to get involved through volunteering, joining clubs and groups tailored to your interests. Now, for the outdoorsy types, Portland is definitely going to be a top pick. You've got Forest Park, and that's one of the largest urban forests in the country, and that's just northwest of downtown Portland. You've got easy access to the Columbia River Gorge. You've got Mount Hood to the east, and it's only about a 60-minute drive. The Oregon coast is about a 90-minute drive, so you've got those day trips or overnight stays down there. Now, we do, of course, get a good amount of rain here, but that definitely keeps everything so green and spectacular. And Portland's climate is really characterized by cool, wet summers, mild and wild and dry, beautiful summers. You can expect long stretches of grey skies from November through March, with highs in the 40s and 50s. But when spring and summer comes along, the city really bursts into bloom. It's beautiful, and the summers here are gorgeous. It's middle of, actually early July right now, and the temperatures are around the low 70s. So kind of 70s and 80s throughout the summer, absolutely perfect. You will get some days in the 90s and even 100s, but those are pretty rare days. So overall, when it comes to weather, if you enjoy green landscapes, don't mind a little bit of drizzle, Portland's climate may just be a perfect place for you. Okay, so Portland isn't perfect, so let's take a moment to discuss why moving to Portland might not be right for you. Firstly, the cost of living, and it's definitely lower than places like San Francisco or Seattle. It's still higher than the national average. The rainy weather and grey skies can sometimes affect the mood, especially during winter, although like I just mentioned, spring and summer is truly spectacular. And now, like many cities, Portland has faced homelessness and urban challenges, and these are definitely more concentrated in certain areas, especially around the downtown and high-rise areas. And I live actually walking through my neighborhood here in Northeast Portland in Irvington, and while you don't tend to see much evidence of these issues in these neighborhoods, in and around the downtown area, there's definitely an ongoing problem, but it still requires a challenge to fix. And then finally, Oregon taxes, retirement income, so that's definitely not going to be ideal for everyone. Okay, so to recap, is Portland a good place to retire? Well, I would say Portland is a fantastic choice for retirees who enjoy an active, engaged lifestyle with access to arts, culture, and the outdoors. It's also a good spot for those of you who really value a true sense of community, vibrant neighborhoods with easy access to local coffee shops, food spots, and small stores embedded actually in these neighborhoods. And if you prefer a milder climate with 4 very distinct seasons, and you want proximity to family, healthcare, excellent amenities, then this could certainly be a great place to retire. So if you are thinking of retiring in Portland or just exploring the idea here, feel free to reach out. I'd certainly love to help you decide if it's the right fit for you. You can give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have and help you explore the best options for buying a retirement property in Portland, and also talk about which neighborhoods might be a really good fit for you. Now, if you want to know more about the top 55 plus communities in the Portland metro area, I recommend you watch this video next. But for now, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.